What's going on, guys? How we doing out there? Happy Friday to everyone. I'm doing a great job of starting off poorly already. Forgot to rename the title, so it came up as the fourth again. I was so enamored with, you know, April 4th. The What's going on, guys? How we doing out there? Happy Friday to everyone.
And I got
I'm doing
audio
a great
coming
job
from
of starting
somewhere.
off.
Is it that one?
Yep, there it is. Yeah, I gotta run the YouTube so I can actually see the chat. I'll be right back, but obligatory first. Please don't elaborate. Feel free not to elaborate. I'll be here. All right, make sure that's running okay. Yep. Okay. All good. All set now. What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. Hope everyone's gonna have themselves a nice little weekend. I'm gonna have a fine one. Doing more taxes and working. Woohoo! Party! That's fine. Enjoy what I do, so that's all that matters. So today what we're gonna do is, well, first I'll show you. I added the. We were messing with this yesterday. Oops, let me hide the door so I can get to it. Let me do it this way. Let me take it out of. Let's go. I don't need you. There you go. Let's knock the storage closet out for a second. Just gonna show, and actually the hull is missing. Let's turn that on so we get the proper lighting. There he goes. All right. So just to touch on what we were messing with yesterday. Remember, you go in here, you look in the cabinet, and then you're gonna pull out the key. There you go. So did that. I wired up all the stuff for having an inventory for the key. If we look, I have a new little icon for that. If we look, there you go. And it's a laser drill key. This should unlock the panel on the drill. And actually it will. That's sort of a new task to work on. And you can see even says a little tag there. Just kind of nice little touch there. You know. That was a quickie in Photoshop, but it's good enough, especially for scale down like it is. So we'll close that out. But what I want to work on, at least to begin with, is something that I've been meaning to get back to for a while, and that is the idea that this is new features, not in the demo currently. Oh, I meant to do the storage door while I was in game, but we'll put it back. There he goes. Yeah, not available in the demo yet, but something that I always wanted to put in there is this. There you go, highlight key, which will highlight all the different objects that are interactable, which right now is too many. We're going to fix that here in just a moment, but this is nice just because, you know, if you're kind of scratching your head going, you know, look, I know I've messed with everything in the room. No, you know, this will let you know, oh, okay, oh, I didn't notice that, you know. In particular, like the closet door, you know, that's a key one. If someone misses that, I mean, it's kind of hard to, because if you walk near it, but yeah, if you hit that, boom. All right, I think tab key works as well for keyboard. That'll be customizable, of course, but yeah, it just makes it easier for players to pick up on stuff that is interactable. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this. I mean, because you never really interact with the transmitter itself, but it's just, if I only highlight the bucket and the cord, you may miss it. So I figured by just like highlighting this, it gets you to come over, and then you go, oh, okay, what's the bucket? And you're over here, Akeen, hey, hello again, welcome back. How are things? How, what's new? All right, just starting to talk about the fact that we're going to work on highlights today, at least to begin with, like so. So I really love this in games, especially point-and-click adventure games, you know, where you could just, for briefly, if you're stumped, you can just hit the button and it'll just highlight all the stuff that you can mess with. I love that, just because you know, if I'm missing one item, I hate to have to go look on a walkthrough, you know, just to go, oh yeah, if you just, you know, it's some random small item that you can walk right past and never notice that it's there. Nah, this kind of fixes all that. So, all right. So I think we're gonna jump in here, and then the problem though is that like a lot of these things, yeah, like the debris pile. Right now, I just have a fixed list that just sort of gets propagated right at the beginning, but then it's just that's it. You know, we're all done. So what I want to do is revise the code there. This is simple stuff, and then I'll hand it off to my programmer and let him integrate it properly. So I do the hack version. I have no idea what I'm doing programmer code, and then hand it off to him and let him reshape it and make it behave. But show all contacts. There's, yeah. Oh, that's cool. I did actually make it smart enough to, hey, wow, okay. I'll give myself credit for actually separating the two groups. That's awesome. I haven't looked at this script in a while, but that's cool. All right. So, and then I registered it. So, this is my personal choice. And then, I mean, gamers can decide because they can modify it. But I added the feature. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. I had it. Uh-oh. Well, crap. That broke. Where's my look around? Oh, that's not good. Okay, is it only on the exterior? If so, I definitely need to fix that. I had a feature where you can manually look around. Yeah, okay, good. So the code's there. It's just right now it's not working on the interior. So you know what? Maybe that's something I can work on right now. Lucini, what's up? So, yeah, and then so the idea here is like if you're with a thumbstick, there you go, you can look around. If you press the thumbstick, I just figure it's a nice tie-in. Since you're already messing around, you know, this you're looking, so if you highlight there, you can kind of, you know, tie the two together versus, you know, intermixing with the buttons. So yeah, so I'm going to work on, I guess I need to add that feature to the interior of the Jupiter 2, and then I'm going to work on the contact list, making it dynamic, because right now, like I said, the list is propagated and it's just done, but some items won't be there initially, and then some items need to come off once you've interacted with them. For example, like the debris pile. You know, once you go digging in there, digging in the trash, once you're that's it, you're done. You know, so we need to pull it out of the list so it doesn't highlight again, or at least in the beginning it does highlight. Oh, it does highlight. Okay, so I did add them, but yeah, so like here, you know, if I dig in there and it's like, nope, there's nothing useful in there. Yet it still highlights. Nope, that's a no-no. That should not highlight now. And that's what we're going to fix here. But before we do that, since Lucini's here and since Lucini was the harsh critic, Lucini, you ready for round 2 of key art review? You guys were definitely on. I mean, it's the old proverbial forest for the trees concept. Okay, cool. You know, it's just because when you're working on it, it's one of those things that sometimes you need a fresh pair of eyes to pull you back and kind of go, look at that. And you go, oh, crap, yeah, you're right. Okay, so here you go. Here is revisions. There you go. So a lot more friendly than the other one. That one, he looks determined without looking very angry. So a little more cartoony too. I think matches the Dr. Smith kind of look as well. Still branching a little bit away from our characters. We're not that stylized, but I still think that's okay for key art. I mean, I think that happens a lot in key art stuff where it will take the in-game characters and push it. Just like he does in-game. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm not, you know, I mean, I want to push it a little bit further. I want to make it a little more cartoony, you know. But he doesn't look like a bull anymore, though. Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, I mean, it's not identical. I mean, it's definitely not. So if you come back, I mean, it's closer than he was before, But let's go. Where's Will? There he is. So yeah, I mean we're definitely a little more stylized, you know, but I mean it's more like the cartoony representation. But yeah, I mean it's the same for Dr. Smith as well, you know. I mean it's excuse me. I mean you look at them and you kind of go, okay, I get it. That's Will. I get it. That's Dr. Smith. You know. I mean there's definitely variances of that, but yeah, I mean, call me out if you think I'm wrong, but it seems to me that I've seen a bunch of games where the cover art, the key art of the game, is not a one-to-one matching of the in-game character. You know, I think there's wiggle room there. But you know, if you disagree, feel free to not tell me. I mean, to tell me. You know. But yeah. I mean, I don't think it's to the point where someone's going to look at the art and then look at the game and kind of go, oh no, that's not it. I'm out. You know, I don't think it goes to that extent. It just depends on what you want to show the viewer. Yeah, I want them to sort of. It's really hard with the 3D characters to really convey this kind of exaggerated performance. You know, and this kind of level of detail, you know, and I mean, I think that by viewing this, you kind of instantly kind of connect to the fact that it's going to be fun. There's action, you know, I mean, in the sense of suspense, but also just there's a playfulness to it. So you kind of get a sense that it's not going to be like, oh, too heavy, but it's also going to not be just, you know, totally meaningless. Is Will supposed to right there? He's supposed to be determined, right? It's supposed to be not like mad, but like, you know, okay, focused. I can do this. FD, to answer your question, that was what the target was to try and say that, okay, you know, whereas Dr. Smith is in full panic mode, which he usually is. Will is cool, calm, and collected, and just taking care of business. What we could do is scrub the whole thing and make them emojis instead. Oh, yeah, of course. Nothing sells a game like random emojis. You're so right. Just like the Emoji Movie. Yeah, that was a true masterpiece of that one emoji shape, you know, that has a little face on it, you know. Easy money. Lucchini, you know what? I'll tell you what, you came up with that idea, so I'm going to back away and let you have the easy money there, right? I will let you run with that, and I will just let you grab that bankroll, because that was your baby, that was your brilliance there, so I don't want to step on your toes. So I'm just going to, like, here you go, hands off. Yep. Really? He looks too pissed off? Really? Let's see. I mean, I still don't think, no, I mean, that's just, like, focus, you know? The emoji game, there it is. Yeah. The more you zoom, the better it gets. There you go. We'll blame it on the video compression. But, you know. Yeah, he just looks determined. Good, okay. You know, and then maybe for me, part of it is the fact that, yeah, I'm working on a close-up version, but, you know, and depending on the different resolutions, you know, he'll be big or small, but I think also that's going to play into, and let's see if I shrink this down, you know, most of these things are going to be like this anyways. I'm not sure how big you're viewing it on your screen, but, you know, at a certain point, I get more focused on, does the general look sell who the character is, combined with, is it a clean line, you know, are they separated, does it register, and that kind of stuff. So that's sort of the target, you know, try and not get too bogged down in all the details, although I tend to do that anyways. But all right, so yeah, I think that's a quasi thumbs up, you know. Now that you see It's like, okay, here it's like this. It's like let's get a little closer. Here you go. It's like determined, pissed off. Determined, pissed off. It's, he reminds you of someone. Well, hopefully it's a little of the Bill Mummy character. I mean, it's kind of a '60s look to him. Maybe even a little Dennis the Menace in there kind of thing. But, anyways, yeah. It's one of those things that, unless you have an entire army of artists and you have an entire like management team, that can like really, just pixel F it, as we used to say in the visual effects industry. I think you can go down that rabbit hole, and at a certain point you just never come back. So I'll leave it be for a moment, and then I will give it a little more time. That's my trick, is the fact that I just stop watching it or looking at it, come back, because it's actually not that's the second iteration since I last saw you guys. I actually had another one that I was totally fine with until I saw it again later, and I was like, yeah, no, it doesn't work. Never mind. He has black hair. Wait, he does? Since when? Not in the black and white TV show I used to watch as a kid. Oh, the new Dennis. Oh, there's another one? There was a Wait, let me send you something in Discord. Okay. Yeah, because I know there was a movie with Walter Matthau playing Mr. Wilson, but that was decades ago. All right. Wow. Yeah, that's yeah, that's a whole bunch of attitude right there. Now, that looks like more like Heathcliff, doesn't it? I mean, is it me, or is that just that looks more like U.S. Dennis gets bullied at school by the UK Dennis. Yeah. I actually did a comic of that back when I was in college, and it showed Dennis in a police lineup, and after 47 crimes against humanity or something like that, Dennis the Menace is upgraded to Dennis the full-fledged threat. It's funny if you can actually get it out correctly, but humor. All right, so contact highlights on off. And then so what we'll do is we'll go public void add item to list, lost to lost. All right, we'll go that route. All right, and then remove item from list. Oh, and we'll need to actually add something to it. Excuse me. Yep. All right, we don't need that, so let's make that go away. That's just taking up space. And then the one thing we'll have to be cautious of is the fact that we will have to make sure that the name of the item is matching. Wait for the compile. All right. Yeah, so like specifically all these different things. Trying to think if there's a better way. Let's see. No, I mean, no. Okay, let's just start playing with it, and we'll see how it goes as we proceed. So crate, shield generator, Jupiter 2-door, power cord, drilling rig. Okay, and that's the whole thing. All right. Just trying to make sure there's... All right, so that should be good enough. All these items are initially part of it. Yeah. Just double check. Yeah, so all these items are interactable at the start. All right. And then what I want to do is add a feature. We'll do it this way. We'll add it to the game controller. That's here it is. So toss it. Killer Tofu. What's up, buddy? Welcome back. Oh, perfect catch. Look at that. Perfect throw. Whoa. Okay, you know what? This is a whole bunch of crap here. Let me just do it this way. The first thing Killer Tofu does is trying to take my spot on the leaderboard. Yeah, well, you know, it's a dog eat dog eat frisbee world out there. Yeah, Lucchini was chipping away at it right at the end, trying to squeeze in one last bump right before I was going off the air, you know, and the real Penny takes over. All right. Okay, so, and then I think what we'll do is we'll make it a public so it's accessible. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it that way. Yeah. Who doesn't? You know, Penny is just irresistible. Aftermath. Show all contacts. Contact list. And I'll leave that public. Serialized field is kind of redundant there. I want it to public so it can be accessible by the other scripts, because I always have access to game controller. Oh, you guys are hardcore today. Penny's gonna get worn out before I even get a chance to throw the disc. Oh, miss. There she goes. Oops. Okay. That's it. Killer Tofu's like, I'm out. All right. What do you hate? Aftermath. Okay, what did I... Oh, did I not clear something out correctly? Let me just copy this. And let me undo everything until I figure out what I broke. It was that, right? Yep. All right. All right. Actually, I need to take a quick call here. Let me duck out for 1 second, and I'll be right back. Hang tight. Okay, and we're back. Let me turn this back off again. All right, what'd I miss? You guys still duking it out with Penny? All right. So let me stick that line back in there. I still want to clear all this crud out that I'm not using. Because there's a big chunk that's just absolutely remarked out. So let me double check there's no like magic line in here that I missed that I need. Oh, I think that's why. Oh yeah, Lucini. I looked at the trailer for the Netflix movie that we were talking about that was done in Blender, and I mean, yeah, you know, it looks pretty, and animation is really solid on that. So it's just, I also read the details that they did the entire production for like $30 or $40 million, which by modern day Hollywood standards, that's a independent, low budget throwaway movie. So yeah, I think that movie alone helps really establish the fact that Blender can be a viable tool. And I really got to find some time to learn Blender. Really need to do that. You know, and I keep buying tutorials for it, but I never get around to using them. By the time I want to do anything, those tutorials are going to be incredibly outdated, so I have to go hunt for new ones. The movie's really good. At least 8 out of 10, but personally, memory, I'd say 9 out of 10. Wow, okay. Yeah, it's I see some similarities to some other movies I've seen. You know, kind of like almost a bit of a E.T. versus like Wall-E versus Big Hero. What was it? Big Hero 6. But yeah, I mean, I toss on the list, and I will try to get to it at some point. But yeah, I was really impressed with what I saw visually for sure, and animation wise too. You know, that was comparable to anything that DreamWorks is doing, if not better. I don't know. I didn't bother taking a look to see what company actually did all of that. I switched to it from Max a few years ago. Takes some getting used to, but once it clicks, it clicks. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. And you know, all my buddies that are still trying to find work, I think a lot of them, a lot of my Lightwave buddies. You know, I talked about the fact that I still use Lightwave for modeling, but you know, a lot of my Lightwave buddies have thrown in the towel over the last several years and switched over to Blender. You know, we have a couple of various groups of called Lightwave to Blender to, you know, help people get shifted. All right. All right, so that's now included. So now we can do something like, if we're in an exterior, we could say exterior. It does, but you know, I mean, and I think that was something that was significant for years and years, you know, but I think over time it's, you know, really grown into a viable software that's kind of reached beyond that whole open source, you know, stench. What do you want to, you know, distrust, you know? Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is, yeah, we'll start off with the planter. We'll just try that one first. So, let's see, lift up the planter. Let's see, is it on end? Shoot. Okay, I could probably just sneak into this one. Cutscene, lift up planter, and then we have to know which one it is, so it should be... Yeah, there it is. So then what we could do here is... let's see. 2 seconds, and then that happens. So, and then, yeah, at this point, this is at the end of the cutscene, and this is where we remove it. So in theory, we go GC contact list, remove item from list. Sweet. And you know what? That's never going to work because I didn't actually put anything here. So we'll make this as, should I make an object? So that way I don't have to pass the string. New item. And say, and then we can, yeah. Because we should always know the object, right? And I mean, we could do it. I don't know which one's worse or better, passing a game object or passing a string. Rich, my programming buddy, always talks about steering clear of strings whenever possible. So we'll try that way. Okay, we can undo that because we're going to put this in the default, and we'll say planter. So now it should be happy. Yes. No, it's not. Oh, because that's the script. We got to feed it the game object, and now it should be fine. Yeah, I guess because it's going to do a search for game object to game object versus string to string. So let's see if we can make it work. And oh shoot, we don't know if this oh, let's do it this way. We'll make it interior and exterior. There you go. Oh shoot, what's it called? Indoor. Okay. We'll start with outdoor because that's what we're messing with. So that's what we're going to start with. All right. So we'll say outdoor contacts length. And then we'll say if and that is a game object is equal to, then we found it and we need to remove it. That's a good idea. That's a good question. How do I remove a, let's see, it should be just as simple as delete. You see how much I mess with deleting items from arrays. Destroy. Thank you. Oh. Okay. Because it's not giving me that as an option. Okay, because it's an array, not a list. Yeah, yeah. No, exactly. That's not what we want. We may have to make this a list and not an array, because that's why I can't think of it, because I don't think it's possible. Delete element from array. Yeah, I don't think this is an option. They've been predefined size, so you cannot simply add. Yeah. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, it's you could just do it this way. Equal to null. And then so then we do a highlight contacts on, and then say if the contact is not a null. You see the trouble I'm going to, just because I'm trying to avoid doing a list because I don't want to remind myself. Once again, not a coder. I don't want to try and retrain myself on how to generate a dynamic list. So I'm just doing this trick. If it's not equal to a null, I think this works just as well. Oh crap! But no, I can't add it, can I? So this, this is useless. I'm wasting my time here. All right, fine. I gotta make a list. Crap. But you can't make a list and propagate it through the inspector, can you? I don't think you can. So, I mean, I could do an array of the initial values like I currently have, load up the list, and then start altering the list from that moment on, right? I'll double check myself, but Killer Tofu, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong on this, but I think Unity list, let's see, fill a list through the inspector. Let's see, and indicate we tried. Yeah, I don't think it's possible. I mean, this dates back to 9 years ago. Will show up. Oh, really? Oh, you got to make a custom inspector? Yeah, no. Okay. We will stick with what I'm talking about then. So we have, okay. It seemed to imply that only gets you so far, but, serialized field. But then how do I designate it as a list? Because I'm used to doing it the other way. Oh, okay. So we'll say it is a... Okay, but it's not quantifying exactly... yeah, thank you, Killer Tofu. But it doesn't quantify what it is, right? I guess the list can be anything, or can you quantify exactly what kind of thing it is? I'll go a little further on this, but I may just throw in the towel and just do my original idea, which is have the default in the array propagate the list at runtime, and then just let the list get updated on the fly if I can't get this to work correctly. Indoor contact list. And it's not happy about that yet. You specify the type. Oh, you do? Okay. Like so. GT symbol, IT symbol. All right, I'm not sure what GT symbol, it symbol means. You have to clarify that for me, please. Oh, less than and greater than. Oh, okay. Under. Oh, you mean like here, like that? There it is. GT for the win. All right, so thank you, Killer Tofu. Let's see if that actually gives us the proper access like we're talking about. Yeah, this under show all contacts. And yeah, you only use lists in Unity? Yeah. I don't see it actually popping up though in the inspector window. I mean, I have that as serialized. So I did see someone making a comment Not a pro. I did see someone saying that you have to customize the inspector to get a list to show up here. So I was, hey, it was a great try. So, but we'll still leave this as a private and then propagate it. And then, oh shoot, let me figure out indoor contacts, indoor contact list. Yeah, I think that's good. So I could just use it at start. Excuse me. Unless I'm covering it up. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. All right, and then so then what I need to do is just fill up indoor contact list is equal to new list. Is that what I'm doing? Never gonna be a professional programmer. Highlight effect. There you go. And then indoor. Yeah. Thank you. I was being temporarily invaded there. And you just stuck it right in the middle, didn't it? Okay, so then we'll just do add, and is it just this simple? I don't know. You can see I don't use it much, so I don't know if this is correct or not. I guess we'll find out fast enough. Indoor contact list. Oops, contacts. Add. Oh, or is it like this? Boom. Check me out. Almost quasi knowing what he's doing. There you go. So then we should be able to go through. And then, how do we iterate through lists? I think it behaves differently, doesn't it? I can't just do the for loop. No contact. This is count, right? Yeah. Oh shoot! I didn't mean to do indoor. I meant to do outdoor. Let me change this. Okay, and then you're just gonna scream about this. Contact list. So, can I iterate it through like I do a traditional array? I wasn't sure if that was kosher or if I had to do something. Should work? Okay. I didn't know if I had to do some like other kind of for each since it was a list, or if it would be cool with that. So okay. Oops, sorry about the mic. Okay, so if that, then in this case we're going to say now we can delete, or can't we? All right, how do I delete an item out of a list? I thought it was just simply delete. Unity list delete element remove. Ah, really? Because, you know, being consistent Well, I don't see that either. How to remove from list. Oh, it's this way. Got it. From, no, that's not it. Remove. Let's see. We're trying to remove first, but it hates that, so I'm guessing that's not correct. In terms of syntax, at least, because it wants to. Oh, I got it. 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 Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Remove at. And then is it like that? Boom. Okay. I think that's correct. So let's try it. If the planter, but we don't know if this is an indoor outdoor, do we? Crap, because I made this catch-all for the planters. Well, actually, planters, it doesn't matter because it's only outdoors, but it worked. Guess it's been a while. Well, I mean, just doing it that way, that got at it. I did use the remove at, but just doing it the correct way. I think because I was trying to do it with the brackets, with the position value, which was wrong, I guess. I don't know. I could probably do something where I say remove without the at, just remove, and then the name of the object, and it should just remove it. Actually, that's not terrible. Then I don't have to iterate through it, do I? I could just say get it out of there. That would be smart. So let's try that. Instead of saying, so instead of doing the whole for loop, we just say remove. Yeah. Okay, so it hated it because I was trying to give it the actual element, which if you just do it this way, and then we say new item. We'll call it, yeah, that's fine. It's not elegant, but no. I just tracked him. Yeah, it's the yin and yang. Okay. Object to highlight. Shoot. Okay, because the contact list is of highlights, so I'm coming at that the wrong way. All right, good. So I that's the only place I've done that. So, whoa, crazy. Copy, paste. Thank you. All right, so then now it's cool with it. So that's kind of pointless. I'll leave it there for just a second for reference, but I'll delete it here probably pretty soon. Let's see. Oh, shoot. You know what? That's not going to work. Can I do this? No, I can't. Crap. because the list is based off of the highlight effect, right? That was just my shortcut so I could flip the highlights on and off. But the highlight effect, I don't know if it's going to be able to differentiate, because every one of them will be just highlight effect, right? Shoot. Yeah. Can I just get component highlight effect on new object? I could, but then I take the hit of actually of a get component, which I was trying to avoid. I mean, because at that point, at this, this is not going to be. It's only one item. It's not like it's removing a ton of items. Only question mark is, okay, we're going to do, not break, but let's do return. Because what I want to do is, I don't know if it's going to be an indoor or outdoor item. So what I'll do is remove item from list and not specify indoor, outdoor. Because as I was talking about, the debris and yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the catch there. Because it was smart to do the highlight effect originally, because all I was doing, I didn't want to try and go downstream. There's no reason to make a list of game objects when all I cared about was the highlight effect for the longest time. But now I'm coming back and having the, add remove objects, and now that kind of seems like, in hindsight, not the smartest move. But I mean, I think this will work as well. I mean, it does go through a for loop, but it should be fast enough. I mean, it's not going to be that many items that are going to highlight. And I mean, it just, once it finds the exact one, it gets it out of there. And I mean, it's not that intense in terms of impact. Okay, so then what we are going to do this twice, though, because we have the indoor outdoor, which I don't think I actually have that set up yet. So let's add that. All right, and then we need to fill that. Contacts. Indoor contacts. There we go. So now I have both of those covered. Indoor. There. So then it'll check both lists. Killer Tofu, no worries. I'll be here for another hour. So go be a good parent. Alright, so that should accommodate whichever. It doesn't matter if it's indoor or outdoor, it will always be fine. So, and then we no longer have to worry about game object. We just sent it the plant. Oh, or can't we? Oh, that's the script. Okay, see if we can come at it this way. Highlight. No, I don't want to add the highlight to all of them. Crap. Toggle outline. Oh, let's do it by contact. But I don't know which one it is, do I? No. Then how am I getting it that? Yeah, okay, that's just the cutscene. That was the wrong thing to click on. let's see, the trigger. Okay, that's in the contacts. Not sure how to get at the planter's contact from here, so. All right, I may have gone down the wrong path on that. Okay. No, that's no, not GC. Yeah, contact list, that's correct. So if I feed it, right. There's how we do it. That's how we do it. There. That's exactly what we do. Yeah. Yeah, we could just go up a step on that, and that gets us right where we need to be. Perfect. So then we say planter game object, and now it's happy. Ta-da. Made it work. So, and this is planter, so let's see if it actually removes it from the list. Not in full screen. Focused. All right. So this is planter, so we walk up to planter. This is, who is this? Nope, didn't like something there. All right, it was cool in theory. All right, so what did it not like? Object night. Oh, wait. No, it has access to that. So it's complaining about object not defined unfound. Let's see if we're getting here. And then see what's causing the crash and burn. 2. That should be good enough. Don't think we get any further than that anyways. Okay. Come to the planter. Wow, right from the get-go. Oh, did I not set the contact list? Oh, that's where I did it. Okay. It's up in here. Yeah. That's where it was. It was pointing me in the wrong script is the one that was having the issue. So if we drop this in here, there we go. Try this again. And we see 4 planters. All right. And And then to check ourselves, what we'll do, jump over here. So we know this is working. So we'll check our count since we don't see it displayed. Debug log. Let's do it this way. There. All right. I could have done it for the outdoor since indoor I'm not even working with. That was kind of foolish. Redundant for no reason. Try this again. Shoot. Huh. That's weird. Okay. Let me try this. I'm just going to have it print out the list. And we'll say I plus that indoor contact list. Outdoor. Okay. Oh, is that because I'm stupid? That's why. Yeah. See, this is what I get for copying and pasting. Couldn't figure out why it wasn't updating the list. And in fact, it was. It just helps when I point to the right variable. And these guys, once again, I'm not even messing with indoor, so that's pointless. And they say programming is hard. All right. So this time we should see 15 down to 14. There we go. So it does work. So if we do it again, just go to all the planters, we should see the list. Just checking ourselves. 14 and 13. 13 and 12. Down 11. So, oh yeah, and here's the cool thing. Oh, because we're still pulling from, okay. When we're doing the highlight check, we're doing it off of the array and not the list. So I need to still fix that. Okay, good enough. Oh, jeez. That's harsh. Yeah, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he's just, getting his own. Wow, that's a shot across the bow. That's someone that's in close competition with someone for the what is it? For Penny's soul, and to bastardize the old platoon line. Okay, so let's jump back into our scripts. So we know this works. So that's cool. So then what we'll want here is contact list. We just do it this way. Count. enabled. Yeah, so that still works because we're doing that correct. Because these are actually still set up for the highlight script. And we're on contact list enabled. So we're just switching from the array to the list, like so. Really? Oh. Type the right thing, dummy. There. All right. So when we start, it should highlight everything. And then once we actually lift up a planter, then it should highlight there. So everyone's highlighting. Oh, okay. I need to disable that when, let's see. Let me think here. Yeah, I think what we need to do is if it's in a cutscene, then this doesn't happen. Let's see. Oh. I have no access to anything without, oh crap, without changing this from. All right. And I still need to probably add the game controller to get access to it. Could add something to Cutscene Manager where it just disables this, or highlights on. So we just want to do it here. So no. Okay, I do need to add game controller. Cutscene base has that by default. Shoot. I know there's a way to add it with just a simple line, but I can't remember. Oh, is that it? See if that gives me the option now. Yeah, there it is. Let's see, start cutscene. I want like an end cutscene. Oh shoot. Cutscenes is playing. So if that's the case, then you have no right to be highlighting everything. So there you go. If that works, that should. I'm glad I did that. That would have been a bug otherwise, but hopefully this is a simple fix. Highlight. Yeah. There it is. Now I can't highlight. Perfect. Wow. I actually did something fast and smart for a change. Wow. Well, wonders never cease. So anyways, the key thing here is, let me do this again full screen so I can bask in the glow of getting something right. So there you go. Highlight button shows everything that is active. There's my look around. That's so cool. There. Now if we walk over here and actually lift up the planter with the missing animation. But now if we hit it, so now the player knows that, oh, we're done with that. You know, there's nothing to interact with there. Right. Ouch, the broken feet. Okay. Sweet. So that fixes planter, and that would work on any of them. Nice. So we just do that for anything that we're messing with. So for example, cutscene. Let's see. Get at it. Oh, stop. In here, cutscenes. This exterior. Lift up planters. Use crowbar. Examine. There we go. So these bad boys. Also part of a group. So we just go here. So we enter it once and we're done. Don't need this anymore. Let's see. And then debris pile. Wow. That's a pretty powerful line of code right there now. Let's just go straight to it. Perfect. Look at that. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, shoot. There's something I want to do right there. So, yeah, there's another one I just discovered by accident. But so the idea here is that we want that highlighted, but if I highlight everybody, let go, then it goes off. That needs a fix, and it does, doesn't it? Oh, his foot. Yeah, unfortunately, it's the plugin I'm using. It's weird because if we go focused, I'll show you. Oh, you got another picture for me? Do I want to see this or not? Yeah, I totally get what you're saying, and yeah, here's the catch. I'll switch it to square so it's more. Yeah, that didn't help. There. Oops. Let's zoom in. There. So let me find Will here. So here's the plugin I'm using that's handling that, and yeah, it's this bad boy. So that's his left leg. So oops, there's his left leg. That's his left arm. That's not what I wanted. Left foot. Yeah, see, so I mean if I try and do the position weight, that's obviously not going to help me because that just pulls it away. Rotation weight. Maintain relative position. Yeah, you like that? Left thigh. Yeah, so I mean, unfortunately, I don't really have a specific way of dialing that down, but I'll figure something out. All right, but I did have a little victory there, so that's awesome. Let's see, right there, sweet. All right, so I'm gonna duck out for just a second, add myself some more liquid refreshment, and be back in just a sec. Hold tight. All right, in the meantime, Lucchini, keep Penny busy. You know the drill. Be right back. back again. Okay. So, where was I? Okay. So that's all working nicely. So then we just need to do that for any item that once you interact with it, it stops being a thing. So obviously, so debris pile. Oh yeah, I was going to fix that. The fact that you can let's see, how do I determine let's see. Shoot, that's a little more complicated than I want it to be. You know what? I may leave that for the time being. You know, because, I mean, if you're here and you are intentionally doing this, you know, I mean, it's simply come back and it highlights. You know, if you're on it, you know, it's technically a glitch, but I don't think it's worth the amount of headaches of keeping track of the current contact and making sure that contact is still occurring when you let go of the highlight. I think I can live without that. Trinex, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. Just adding a feature that allows you to view all the selectable, interactable items, but also is a dynamic list. So just putting the things in there in place. Don't think there's anything else in the exterior that is a one-time only contact. Everything else you can keep messing with. So I think we're done with the exterior. So let's switch that out. And we should have the benefit of the debris piles being all using the same script. So in theory, because the way I did that dig through the list thing, it should just auto-magically work with all of the debris in here as well. So let's see. If we do that, yeah, bingo, check it out. That's awesome. So these guys are already good to go. What's going on, Trinex? What's new? All right, picked up a claw and no highlights. There we go. Nothing really. Procrastinating. Oh boy, do I understand that concept for sure. Okay, sweet. Then what I want to do, just procrastinating. You don't have to elaborate if you don't want to, but I mean, I know I've been procrastinating about getting my taxes done. Ugh, God. Death and taxes. Only guaranteed things, right? Let's see. So interact request. Yeah, that's just mark that out for right now. All right, I want to clean up the list here. Let's go in our contact list. Yeah. So that's outdoor. That's all good. Astrogator, no, not initially. Elevator, no, because it's not active. Cylinder, yeah, because it's blocking the way. Outdoor airlock, that's legit. Communications, no, just because it's redundant. Because in the cutscene when he first walks into the Jupiter 2, he runs up, grabs the microphone, and tries to reach anybody. It doesn't happen. So we've demonstrated the fact there's no power, so there's no communication. So there's no reason to have that active at the beginning. But everything else is legit. Uh-oh. Did I not actually add them from the beginning? I guess I didn't. Oops. That was a whoopsie. Oh, come on. Let me zoom in. Oh, that's not what I want to do. There. That's close enough. There we go. So let's get our contact list. Oh, come on. Contacts, lock it in place. There you go. Indoor, so that's what? There he goes. This thing is really finicky. You can see how it kind of like just jitters. Yeah. All right. I mean, anal, just put it in numerical order. Why not? Okay. So now those guys, there it goes. Now it's legitimately working correctly. There we go. You see those. And then that because, and we don't have any interactions with it yet. And let's see if I do that. There you go. It's behaving exactly like it should. Okay. All right. And then, so then we go into the puzzle. So then next thing would be the storage closet door. And then, all right. So then let's do it this way. Cutscene, open the door. Use crowbar on storage. Oops, unlock. All right. Okay, so nope. Forgot my own there it is. All right, so then what we want here is the storage. Let's not do it here. Let's do it after you complete the puzzle. So we'll do it under the open storage closet door. We'll put it in there instead because we have easy access to the door. Let me just double check which one has the collider on it. Not him. There he is. That's the one that has it. So storage closet door. Shoot. We don't have to highlight though, do we? Oh, shoot. We don't have the highlight in there. Okay. So we'll just add it right here. Because that's what we're keying off of course, is the highlight for our highlight list. Why do you not like it? Oh, because I didn't add up here? Highlight effect. There we go. Now he's cool with it. So highlight. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm overthinking that because I am sending the game object anyways. So maybe that was unnecessary. Storage door. Yeah. I think I was giving that too much complication. So we can knock him out. We don't need him. Nor him. Just thinking that even that is kind of a waste of time because the entire closet door gets hid. You know, I guess it's might as well just turn it off anyways. Just as one less thing to process. All right, so we'll leave that, but we also want to turn on the cabinet. Yes. Storage door. Fix it yet? Yeah, it's pretty much all good. Yeah, let's see. Oh, actually, which fix it was I doing? Was the pulling it off the list? Yes, that's working fine. That's all. Oh, that's right. We were back there. Yeah, I ended up staying with the highlight. Just in case you're curious. Here, I'll show you. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Killer Tofu. If you just scroll up a little bit in the chat, Lucchini threw a shot across your bow there. That's terrible. Just the one. The other ones are too fast. You know, squirmy, and they were good at serpentine motions. Let's see. Yeah, so anyways, Killer Tofu. So the way I ended up doing it was leaving the highlight effect. And then what I'm doing is just where is it? Yeah, so I feed it just the game object. And then I'm able to and then when I do the check, I don't check the highlight that's in the list. I rather than try and go down like you're talking about to get to the highlight script, I'm just taking the highlight script and going back up to the game object and comparing that with the item we're searching for. And that seems to be working perfectly. So I'll give you a quick example. So here you see that the debris pile's all lit up. If I go dig in it, there you go. And you see now, if I do the highlight, you know, that one lights up, but the one we just looked at, so yeah, it removed it from the list. So yeah, thank you. Not bad for a non-coding doofus. Actually, you could take out the non-coding thing. It's redundant. Just say, you know, not bad for a doofus. All right, so then what I want to do is add the cabinet. So when does the cabinet actually come to life? The collider. Oh, you know what? I think it's actually alive the whole time. But it's just not on the list yet. So we'll fix that right now. Yeah, so this would be our first add to attempt. So open storage closet door. Excuse me. And then we need to add the highlight. Oh, we do. Crap, I need to put this back in. Because I want to send the highlight to the array, or the list, not the array. Initialize field required. In fact, and this would be the cabinet highlight. without the L. And then we'll put it right about here. Yep. So we'll remove the storage door. And we'll add, whoa, Port OK, remove. Oh, I never added an add. I guess it makes sense because I haven't done it yet. So it's add item to list because I'm all about the grammar. All right. And then we'll just say, in this case, we are going to do it as a highlight. Effect. And then we'll, I want to put in the right list. So highlight effect, indoor item. That should do it. So if it's an indoor item, then we just say indoor contact list. Add new item. Thank you for TeleSense for not working there. If it's not, then it must be an outdoor item. Boom. Okay. And in this case, we are adding the cabinet highlight, and it is an indoor item. Done and done. Shoot, what is the cabinet actually? I better make sure I have a highlight on there. I think I did. I think I did put a highlight on there. I was commenting because it was white and kind of mixed with the color, but yeah, we're still good there. So let's go to our cutscenes. There it is. Yep. Perfect. So let's zap through this fast to test it. We use the crowbar on there. And then we're going to cheat the puzzle. There. There it is. There you go. Oh, the gripping pole doesn't want to highlight. Huh. I guess I don't have a highlight on him yet. Okay, that's something I need to address right now. All right. So, all right. You guys can give me your opinion if you're still listening, if you're not just lurking. So the question mark here is, I want the cabinet not to be a focus initially, right? So my hope is that when you first open the door, the gripping pole is right there, and you pick it up. Ignore the fact that he goes in front of the cabinet. Okay, just ignore that fact. Speaking of which, I think I actually did a highlight on that, so I'll fix that in here in a second. But my question is, I'm toying with the idea of delaying the highlight on the cabinet until after you pick up the pole. You know what? No, that's not fair. I don't think I'll challenge the gamer there, because it'll be like, wait, I already saw the cabinet, now it's alive and it wasn't before. You know what? I'll leave it as is for right now, but I may come back and revise that. So I will do pick up the gripping pole. We do not have the pole sitting there in the closet. It is over by the door, so let's change that. this is all temp anyways, as we talked about. Once we get the proper animation in there, this will all be good. But just for the moment, there's no reason for him to suddenly pop in front of the cabinet while he's picking up the pole there. 8-1. And all the rest of that should be good. Think. Yeah, the camera's still in the same place. Yeah, I mean, it's just, okay, yeah, I'll go through it again here, because I need to check the pole. Use the inventory item. LucasArts players would like the highlight before you have the object. So, yeah, like right now it's doing that. Yeah, Sierra players would want the, if you pick up, Sierra players, if you open the cabinet before you pick up the pole, you can't win the game. But you don't find that out until another 6 hours from now. It's like, oh, yeah, the pole doesn't work because you messed with the cabinet first. So start over. That's a Sierra game right there, right? Okay, so yeah, because I want it to be more on the friendly side. I want you to have to hold on to the pole for the rest of the game. Okay, so yeah, then I will leave that as is. I do need to add the highlight to the gripping pole. I'll do that. But, okay, so if I pick that up. Okay. That's kind of funky, but that's, he's picking up the pole. It's just off screen. And then we can come up here, and then we go in the cabinet. And I added that since yesterday. So now we have the laser drill key, which is awesome. All right, so before I forget, let's add the highlight to the pole. If we can find it. Gripping pole. There he is. All right, let's just borrow the highlight from this guy because I'm too lazy to remember how to on my settings. Copy. I do not have a highlight on him yet. I did not. Outline. There it is. Okay, and then I'll add that to the prefab, even though this is probably the only time I'm going to use that. Whoops. Really? Why did it not apply it? Apply. And it's still highlighted. That's weird. Don't know, don't care. I keep doing the contact. Stop. Stop. There you go. And this bugs me right here that this is left over. I gotta flag that and get that addressed. All right. There it is. You tell me if this bugs you a lot. There's not a lot I can do about this with the glow. You see these little lines. Excuse me. And that comes from the reflected environment on the ground here, which I love. You know, I love the fact that as you move around, you can see just a hint in it, how it just like fades out as it gets closer to you of the floor. It sells the whole floor of the Jupiter 2 just being, you know, nice, shiny, waxed, and that kind of stuff. But the only downside is when the highlight kicks in, you can see you get these little funky errors. I think it's minor enough that it's a quirk. But I mean, I don't think there's anything I can do short of, excuse me, not using the reflection, excuse me, or not using the highlight on any object that's in here, which I don't want to do that. I'll double check to make sure that there's no different setting I can use for the highlight that behaves better, but I don't think there is. So let's bring him back to life. So fastest, highest. Yeah, that's just affecting the line. It's not gonna Yeah. Medium. Ignore mask. That's not going to help. Stencil and cutout. That's not doing much. Visibility. Only when included. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have any setting in here that's... just these are two different plugins that were never necessarily designed to behave together. Yeah, that's not... No, that's none of that's... Yeah. Nope. All right, I just want to double check that there's nothing I could do for those lines. We'll just have to say that, you know, hey, it is what it is. You know? Because both those plugins are crucial to the, you know, to the game, and just because they misbehave with each other a little bit, oh well. That's a minor trade-off in my book. All right, and then so what else do we mess with? A rock fell on him in the cave, hit his foot. Is that huh? I'm not sure what that's... if you could do something to flag the whole object, not to reflect. Yeah. It's sort of the inverse. Yeah, you have to apply the script and tell it not to include it. Let's see. Yeah, that might be. It's weird because I have it set up that it only should reflect what I tell it to, but normally you have to have a contact script that tells it to include it. Oh, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's thought. Oh, it's here, the floor group. Yeah, so supposedly you have to add this reflections. But I think, yeah, the reflections, unfortunately, I don't think there's any way to, oh, I guess I could do it this way. Oh, but it's weird because you see I have the UI. I don't know if it registers, if it's too small for you, but I have the UI disabled. But it was still doing a weird thing of the UI buttons showing up in the reflection, like right on the edges here, which is really funky. Yeah, so I could try and do something like default. I can make it an item. Yeah, sure. And then I can tell the reflections to exclude that. Yeah. So this is what I was talking about. You know, it's nice that it gives you the option, but I don't think it actually works. Because as you see, I have this guy. His yeah, his layer is set to item. Now if we look at the floor group, we say oh yeah, item is disabled, so it should not be participating with the item, yet it's still there. So yeah, unfortunately I don't think there's much I can do. I'll double check to make sure that that's... Yeah. So it's still reflecting it, even though I told it it's an item, whatever an item is. I'll put it back to default. So yeah, unfortunately, for whatever reason, I had this before, like I said, with the UI reflecting, even though UI was disabled. And I had to come up with some funky tricks just to keep that from actually showing up. But that's fine. I mean, you know, it's a minor thing in my book. You know, hopefully no one will get on Steam and say an object had a weird outline reflection and I hate it, so I'm getting a refund. You know. Yeah. Okay, so interior wise, I think we're good for all the items. Oh, let me see. So the final thing is once you add the key, we should pull the cabinet from the list. So in this case, we could just use like so. So, and then we have examine cabinet, and we probably need to put the cabinet object in here because it's cabinet upper deck. Sweet. Okay, we do have that. So in this case, it's remove item from list. Cabinet. There. So we're just, oops. Oh, this is script. That's why. I'm pointing to the script for the cabinet. So if we just bump it up to game object, then it's happy. There. So now we're pulling the cabinet off the list because we're done with that. If you do get the message, just pretend it's from me and yeah, thank you. And I tell you what, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna jump ahead. When and if it ever returns. All right. Hide that so I could just get fast access. Zoom in. Right. So if we come out, there we go. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, of course. Yeah, of course not highlighting because I cheated and jumped ahead. So of course it's not going to highlight because it didn't get added to the list. Crap. So me jumping ahead does not help because I need it to be added to the list. So let me go the proper route. Oh, stop looking at the door. Oh, here it is. This is what I was talking about. Check it out. Look at this. Which is weird because I can't open it with just my hands, which was the old. Oh, I remember. It's like it's caching it and holding on to it, right? It's like it takes a picture, but you know, it does it periodically or something because, I mean, that text is come and gone, yet it's still there in the reflections, you know. That's just strange stuff. But anyways, oh, you could just see a hint of it right there. Great. It's much more pronounced on the edges here, but yeah, not visible there. Good. Okay. So we'll just ignore that if I can. There. Hey, go away. All right, use the crowbar. Bypass the muzzle. Boom. And then that would fall in his face. Grabs the pole. Have a scare moment there briefly. Whoa. And then go in the cabinet. And it's still highlighting. Well, crap. And I did get the key. Oh, because of course. Because it's not the right thing. Sorry. Let's go in here. This guy. So the cabinet does not have the highlight on it. The Geo does. That's why. So let's just do under cabinet. Yeah. So it tries to turn off the highlight on an object that doesn't have a highlight. We're sending an object anyways. So we'll just do it that way. Cabinet geo. There. So cabinet refers to the script, cabinet geo. And game object is redundant at that point. There it is. All right, let me wire it up. When and if it ever returns. All right, so examine cabinet. Cabinet geo. There it is. Hey, I did it that time without hitting look at for a change. Pick up the poll. Why not? Okay, so there we see that. Yeah, you can see the cabinet is highlighting. Pull the key out. And now it's not highlighting. You can still go in there, but no reason, because there you go. If you see no highlight anywhere in the neighborhood, then you know that you are completely done with it. So, hey, a stale cookie for me, because that works. All right, let's go back outside. Just kill the interior, go back to exterior. Trying to think if there's anything else. Excuse me. No, I think that's going to be it. Because, I mean, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I could take the bucket. Oh, the bucket's not on the list yet, is it? I mean, it would just, once the bucket is hidden, then it's no big deal, but it'd be nice just to have it off of the list, so it's not trying to turn on or turn off the highlight. So I think that's just, performance-wise, it's probably a good idea to have it added or removed. So outdoors, and I do not see the bucket yet, so let's lock that. This is outdoor. And it didn't actually add, did it? Oh, and it's gonna go to bed. It's 1 a.m. here. Very sleepy. Good night, rest of the day, everyone, and see you Monday. Lucini, thank you so much. Thanks for the feedback on the art stuff and all that kind of stuff. Have yourself a fantastic weekend, and look forward to seeing you next week. Sleep well, my friend. So, I thought he had the highlight. He does have the highlight. All right. So then why doesn't it want to be added? Or is it just because that stupid thing glitches? That's probably it. Show all contacts. Yeah, I think it's just glitching. You see how it kind of like flickers? Just got to try and get it to behave. Ah, or I could just, oh, that's why. Because it went to a second page. We're using this plugin that does this nice little clean, only so many, but in the process, I now find myself adding way too many. So it did work right from the beginning. Just make sure I got the right one in there. I'm going to do this one more time. And there he is, all by his lonesome on the second page. Cool. Oh, why was it highlighted right at the beginning? That's not... Oh, because I walked up to it. Duh. Of course. Let me just double check that. Try and find a good angle where you can see the bucket. Oh, I think that was there. Come on. I feel like a QA tester trying to exploit it. How do I make it break? Oh, that was like a nice little stuck there. That should be... Oh, wait. Get on this side. There we go. Okay. There we see the bucket highlighting nicely. All right. Yeah, and there's the highlight I was talking about before. I'm still not going to worry about that, because if you're intentionally doing it while you're contacting an object, you still know that you're contacting an object. That should just be common sense. So I am going to ignore that for the time being until it bugs me enough that I do want to address it. But right now, no. All right, so then what I want to do is just remove it from the list. Let's see, so it's interior, exterior. Use crowbar, gripping pole on bucket. Should be right in here. Oh, the claw isn't attached correctly, so it is... Oh, wait, did I lose it? Uh-oh. Okay, let me just check this. Remove, add. Gripping claw. So now I should be able to grab the bucket. What the heck? What the heck? How did I lose my cutscene? Huh. All right. Let me check my cutscenes, aftermath cutscenes. Gripping pole on bucket. Can't quite get it loose. That's correct. Did I just not add it when I knew I should have? Huh. All right. I check one way is just to go. No, okay. Whoops, that's my mistake. I guess I never made that script. So we'll just recycle this one. Use gripping claw on bucket. And then we'll call it a day. Use gripping claw on bucket. Everything else is good. Yes. Now that the genie's gone, you're gonna go ahead and make up for lost time. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, see, you're rushing. You panicked. Bad throw. Penny is so good at getting the frisbee like that that it was actually challenged to throw it soon enough that she couldn't get to it without making it too obvious. That's it. Yeah, you got to study that throwing hand, right? uh, all right. Let's see. And add bucket. That's fine. I'll just do that. Contacts. You're going nuts now. Bucket. There's probably like something cleaner than that. Disable? Not the visuals. Okay, so that doesn't do it. So, no. Hides object visuals. Must call if you want state saved. Oh, that's good to know. So I've been doing that wrong of deleting or disabling some objects, I think, because that won't pick up in the save and they may come back to life on a reload. Note to self. Oh, wait. Hide. That should be enough. Yes. So, come on. Control S. Okay. So let's check that real quick. And if this is cool, I do want to do one other thing. Do a check for contacts where I just say game object set active to false. All right. First things first. Let's see if this gives me the bucket now. Oh, crap. All right, so interact must be wrong too. Oh, because I didn't add the stupid scene. I gotta go through the whole procedure of adding a new cutscene. All right. I swear I thought I did this yesterday. I guess I didn't. Okay. Use. Yeah, that's what we want. Yep. Like so. It's not repeatable. And no skipping. Do that. That's all good. Okay, and then borrow the values. And then delete that one. 7, 52, 32, 7, 4.48, 15.85. That's good. Remove. And then we need to add it to cutscenes and all that kind of fun stuff. Gripping claw not unwired. On bucket. Bucket. I am. Well, technically, yes, no. I did have a programming class in high school, but it was Pascal in 1986, so I don't think that really constitutes a proper uh, software training. Do you? And it's funny because it was literally still counts. Okay, but it was funny because they someone gave them a couple of Apple IIc's that we had to program on. I'm not sure how the school got them, but they did. And there was no software teacher available, so they just took the math teacher and said, "You know math, you know computers. You're the teacher." And he would literally read the chapter before the day before he would tell us what the chapter said. And there was at least a couple of times where I would go up to him and say, "Mr. Anderson, why is it doing this?" And he would respond, "I don't know. You tell me." you know, which is, not the way you want to learn. And let me grab this guy. So yeah, if you want to nail me on that one, then yes, I've been fully trained. Um, even though it was 15 years ago, don't take this away from me. No, I mean, I started early. Back in the day, there was, in the old Commodore 64 days, there was a magazine called Compute Gazette, which was just so awesome. Because they would always have games in the magazine. And by games, I mean they would have the code. It was before floppy disks were, a reality. And, it'd be on several pages, and you had to type in the code yourself by hand, which is great, except for the fact that they always had transcription errors. So there was always bugs, there was always glitches. So we would type it all in, try and run it, and then the game would always crash. And then we had to become debuggers. And so there was a quasi bit of learning a little bit there just from, trying to figure out why, because they never, it was magazines. They never went back and said that, "Oh yeah, here's the update. Sorry we screwed it up again," But yeah, my very first word processor was actually out of a Compute Gazette magazine that was all written in machine code. So you had to spend a couple of days entering all the code for the encoder, and then you had to spend a whole weekend typing in. And that's why I'm so good with numerical keypad, because I spent a whole weekend of just going type, 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 and then it would do a checksum. And it either go don't, and you know that you can move to the next line, or go don't, and you have to do it over again. And it was hundreds of lines. Oh, Toby, hey, sorry, didn't see you down there. Sorry, I have two different streams here, chats, because Streamlabs doesn't like to actually have YouTube show up. So I missed that. I have two different chat windows open at the same time. But Toby, if you're still around, hello, welcome. Just about to finish up here. I normally go from 2 to 4. I'm a little bit over, but I was just trying to fix a couple last things. That's how I learned BASIC from the magazines. Yeah, and I played with BASIC, and I ended up going to Lua. From Lua to UnityScript, which is actually UnityScript was like JavaScript derivative, and I used that for years until Unity threw it in the trash can, which forced me to go over to C#. But after using enough plugins that were all C# driven, and the fact that Unity had it set up so UnityScript and C# would never directly connect, they were offset by one pass. So you'd have to do these tricks to try and send the information to the different scripts. Oh God, it was so convoluted that in the process, I kind of like the old Compute Gazette days, I ended up learning enough C# just to be dangerous. It's still crap. I mean, I'm not a coder by any stretch of the imagination, but I can at least write enough code to make it kind of run. All right, so let's see. Why do you not want to? Yeah, there we go. Use gripping claw on bucket. And then this guy is what we're looking for, like so. Right, and I know I'm missing one somewhere, but it will kindly let me know with an ugly error message. Yeah, Toby, if you're still around, sorry I missed you there, buddy. I don't know. I don't think it tells me when you actually messaged, but yeah, a little bit of a challenge to keep track of the different chats there. All right, that's wired up. So now we can actually tell it. Let's see. And I don't have the script active yet. Use crowbar. Interact. No. Excuse me. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Get to it this way. Aftermath. Scripts. Interact. Use. That's what we're looking for. All right, so crowbar. So yeah, gripping claw. So so start cutscene. Oh shoot. I guess this is where I'm missing it. Gripping pull on bucket. There it is. Okay, I did add that. Gripping claw. Yeah. So let's see if it... There you go. Doesn't have to be right, just has to work. At a decent frame rate. Come on, baby. Oh, no, 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 no. What the heck? All right, so let's... Focused. Ah. So item name. Item name. Ah. Oh, I don't have to... yeah, I don't have debug on this. You know what? I'll just fix it here. No reason to hang out. I'm just messing this up. I'll get that figured out. Yeah, we're 1/4 the hour. And I know Penny wants her backyard time. So I think we'll cut it off there. Yeah, thanks to everyone. I know Lucini's already gone to bed. I understand it's late. Killer Tofu, good to see you again. Trinex, welcome back as well. You guys have yourselves a fantastic weekend. Akin, if you're still around, thanks again for joining me. Yeah, I'll be back Monday. I got to do the obligatory plug, of course. If you haven't already checked it out, if you go to lostinspacegame.com or to scaryrobot.com, either one will get you there, and you can try out the demo. And it's about time Penny shows up. Exactly. I see a shadow under the door, so she's just waiting for her time. Anyways, free demo for the game is available on either Steam or itch, so feel free to give it a play and tell me what you think. But yeah, I'll be back on Monday 2 to 4, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific time, so you can adjust that for yourself. You guys have yourselves a fantastic weekend, and let's bring in the beast. Here he goes. Oh, there she goes. Ow. Ow. More licking, less teeth. I think he like took a chunk of flesh that time. All right. There we go. All right, guys. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend. Good girl. Yeah, she drew blood. Good girl. No, she just do that to the bad guys. You want it one more time? All right. Yeah. Yeah. Frisbee? Yeah. Okay, now she's going to be totally nutty. Now I got to go do it right now. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. I will see you again next week. All the best. Have yourself